Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Beadinkrazy Custom Creations. I'm Miss Frances. Now, today we're going to do the Harley Davidson clock. Now, I've already attempted to color this clock. What I've seen, I like the black background. And what I seen it black, it was either black or black and orange or black and gold. I'm pretty sure it was probably orange. But when I attempted to color it, I ended up getting the coloring in spots I didn't want it. Yeah, in spots that were supposed to be black. See, I originally wasn't going to color the black because I thought, okay, I don't need to color it, because I was going to pour it in black, so the black would just come through where it needed to be. Well, yeah, that's the way it should work, but I don't know how it's going to work yet. So I'm thinking now I need to try and fill in the portions that are supposed to be black in UV black, thin coat, then dust the orange, then pour it. Because there's a lot of little lines and everything else that really, according to the thing, is supposed to be black. Now, however, I'm not going to be too worried about the little lines. I just wanted to get the big numbers, the little lines. If I have to go back and hit them with my black, I will. That I'm not going to worry about. But these really thin lines, I'm thinking that if I don't do them in black and UV black, then the orange is just going to overtake it. So that's the plan. I'm going to mix up some UV resin with some Lutz Resin black pigment paste, or pigment powder. Now, I don't want to go crazy with it because I don't want it, you know, if I need to blacken it up after I'm done, that's fine. I can do that. I just don't want to, I don't want to get it so black now that it won't cure. And this mold will not fit under my double lamp without folding it. Well, I guess I could do it. I could turn it and put half of it in there. I might do that. I don't know. Because I don't want to fold it to get it in there. Alright. We're going to start with just, I don't even know how much. I don't want to put a whole lot in there. I really don't. It's pretty black and let's see here. I'm just going to get you down here. I'm going to just put, I don't want to go crazy with it. Alright, let's mix that and see what that turns out to be, how black it turns out to be. It should be pretty black, but hopefully I can get it cured and get it. I don't know if I can get it in those little small lines. I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. I might have to have I got a pointed tool. Maybe I need a little, one of those little pointed sticks or a toothpick. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to get it in there. I do. I'm not going to try the little lines because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it in there. Not at all. Dang I'm trying not to get too much on there. Yeah, okay, well, you guys see what I'm doing. I'm not going to keep you on there and make you watch me fill all these in with UV resin. You see what I'm doing. I'm filling them in with filling the big numbers in with UV resin. And, yeah, somebody wants to, I see they're dialing me, but I'm not answering because I'm busy. I'm making a video, so I'm not going to answer it. Okay. I'm just going to do my best to keep it inside the little dashes there, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. Or they're not giving up either. Sorry guys. I'm in the middle of this video. I want this to look nice. I want it to be a nice looking clock. And I kind of wanted to do it twice because I wanted to do it once with an orange background. I'm thinking that could be very well, somebody could have, it could have been done in gold. I couldn't tell. I just went for the orange first because I think black and orange is, you know, is their colors. I know they want me to craft with them, but I'm in the middle of making a video, so I'm not going to do that right now. Sorry. I hope everybody else answered for her, but I can't do it right now. I guess I could have answered it and put them on mute, but I'm in the middle of doing a video, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to do my best. I can see some of those where I didn't fill them in all the way and some that I filled in too much. But, yeah, try not to put so much on there. Yeah, I can see I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleanup before I cure it. Actually, I need a little more light. That's what I need. I'm trying not to make myself look like a ghost, but I need a little more light to see what I'm doing here. So I can maybe be a little more careful about how I'm filling it in. I'm not happy because I'm not sure how this is gonna, I'm not sure how it's gonna work. Sorry, that was my tummy. I don't know what the deal is with it today. It's been growling most of the day. bubble out. Let's see, I didn't get as much. I might have got a little too much in here. Yeah, I think those little bitty numbers are going to be kind of hard too. Okay. I see that one down there where I didn't. I don't think I got enough in there. I just need a little dab for the end here where I didn't get it. And get the 6. I need to buy me one of those big UV lamps like I seen Miss April with, and Rennick's got one. But I was hoping this would fit in there. I just don't think it's going to. Oh, give me a wipe here so I can wipe this off and try and get this. I don't know if that was a bubble or what it is. There, I got that cleaned off. Alright, so, yeah, I'm not liking that too. And I'd like to get the little bitty ones done on the end here before I start curing. Better. There's a one right there. It needs to be cleaned up just a little bit. Alright, we can use a little bit of alcohol. Alright, these little bitty numbers. Yeah, that might be fun. Alright, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna get the face ready, and then I'll bring you back when I stick it in the under the UV lamp so that I can get it cured, because I've got the letters to do too. And I do want them to be black. Just trying to clean up this one where I touched it. Okay, so I will be back when I have this all ready to go under, or when it's ready to go under the lamp. I'm back, y'all. I'm just curing the Harley Davidson that I did in UV resin. Now, I'm going to have to be very careful when I turn it over to cure. It wouldn't fit through my double light. So I'm going to have to be very careful when I turn it over to cure the other side. I'm thinking that I'm going to pour it in, I don't know, the side of it's supposed to be black also. I can mix up some more and try and do that, but dang, I thought about pouring it in black, but I think it's going to make the orange look... I don't know if it'll still look orange if I do it that way. I mean, I could paint the black around the edge. No big deal. I'm going to have to paint the little numbers because I could not get the UV in those little bitty numbers without making a mess. So those are all the numbers and the little dashes are going to have to be painted. The only other way I know to do it is to go ahead and pour the outer edge in black and let it cure first, and then pour the face in orange. I don't know if I could get it to set on the outside edge without knocking it loose to flip it over. I was hoping that it would fit. But it does not fit in there. I tried it. Maybe I could get a little portion of it in there. I don't know. We'll see here in a minute. If I had to turn it around a few times, that would be fine. I'll put it on that little plastic, and then it'll at least be sitting semi-level. I don't know. I'm going to try, but I'm going to let it finish curing here, and then I'm going to try and do the bottom. I should have slid this under it so I could have just lifted it up. Dang it. That would have made it easier. I'm going to see. I'm going to see if it'll work. I mean, it can't. I won't be able to get the whole thing in there, I know. Because I already tried and it folds the sides up. And I don't want the sides folded. So, let's see what I can do here as far as getting the back of it done. I really didn't want to lift it up, but I'm gonna have to. If I'm careful about it. See, it fits like that, but I don't know. Barely. I think once I get that on, it may not fit. Yeah, I got that turned the wrong way. Duck on it. Turn it around. I just have to do a little at a time. And then, you know, what I can do, and then flip it around. I can pull it in a little more, but I don't want to smash my mold up. I want it to cure on both sides. I'm still thinking about doing that in black around the edge too. I'll have to mix up some more because I about used all I mixed for that. Then I can pour it in the orange and I don't have to worry about it. So, we're going to try it. It may not work, but we're going to try. I'm going to try it. I'm just going to have to be very careful about how I do it so I don't overflow it into the face of the clock. I don't want to go crazy on this because then I'll have all that black left and I won't. Forgot to get me another pair of gloves. Doggone it. I don't want a bunch more in there. I really don't. because it'll make it get it too black, and then we'll be in trouble. Alright, well, you know, after it's done curing, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and do the outer edge. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work, but it's worth a try. Then that way all I got to do is mix up the orange and pour the orange in. I think it's going to work a lot better that way than it would the other way. I mean, because I can color those. I can mix up some orange and color the orange dots. That's not that big a deal. I gotta get another pair of gloves, though. I want my hands all sticky. Alright, so I guess I'll be back when this is cured and I've done the outer edge, and then we'll put it in there and cure it, and then we'll mix up the orange and pour it. I have this fine tip Sharpie oil base black that I got it from Walmart. It says fine, but it's not that fine, because I got a white one that's a white tip one that's, I guess it may be extra fine. I don't know. All I know is it's got a whole lot smaller tip on it than the other does. Well, let's pull this through. I don't really want to do that. I do, but I don't. I want both sides secure. That was that was some fun trying to get the black in those little bitty lines. Yeah, I had to do some cleanup on that. And then maybe a few spots I see that I missed, but I'll see if I can clean it off before I pour the orange. But yeah, I think I will do that. I may not do a very big thick line. Don't really have to. If I can do it and the orange dots still stick out, I'll be good. Pull it in and do the back for 5. Yeah, you can see that 30 down there. I'll have to clean it off good, where I tried to do the black in it and it didn't work. I can't get it in those little bitty numbers without making a big mess. It is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna do the outer edge. I see a couple of air pockets too, air bubbles on the letters, which I'll try and put a little more in those 2 letters and let it cure. It's not an air pocket, it's just, it might have been an air bubble, but it's right in the corner of that letter, and I don't want that to be like that, so I'll just dab a little more in there and cure it when I cure up the outer edge, and then when I get that done, we'll be back, and while it's curing, and then I'll get the orange mixed up so we can pour it. Alright, I'm using my little hand crank mixer to mix this up. I mixed up 12 ounces. I'm not sure it's going to take all 12. But I'm sure I can find something to pour. I need to get a new mold out and start pouring it instead of pouring all the other stuff I've been pouring. Seem to have a lot of the little, like, castles that look like Castle Grayskull. I got a lot of those. And I'm sorry, Miss April and Billy and Melissa. I'm in the middle of doing this video, so I didn't answer your call because I'm trying to get this clock poured. Oh, I forgot to get something up here to set that in. I gotta have some paper towels to clean the spinning thing off. And then I need a cup of some sort to set it in after I'm done until I can get it cleaned properly. Oh, come on, stay in there. I don't know if that's something. Yeah, it is. God bless it. I'll take some tape. Clean that out real quick because I don't want for my timer to go off here. Can't see it. There we go. Make it so I can see. It needs some new batteries because it doesn't make enough noise really to let me know it's going off. 2, 1. Alright. Dang it. Keep it in the cup, okay? It's a silicone, so it'll clean off pretty easy. I just need to clean the biggest part of it off of it before I wipe it down. Because I'm going to let this epoxy sit there for a few minutes. It was pretty bubbly. Even though I got the heater going down here. I should have set it on the mat and let it and let it went ahead and, okay. Set that over there. Clean this up. An alcohol wipe. Get the epoxy off of it and stick it in the cup so it can finish. I don't think it'll drain off anymore once I get it wiped off with this alcohol wipe, but I don't want to set it anywhere and be wrong either. So I will wipe it off, and then okay, set it in that cup. Get me another alcohol wipe, and I got to get some orange put in that. I just wanted to let it sit for a few minutes before I put the orange in there. I forgot to go get me some more baby wipes. Doggone it. I got a package over, a box over there. I forgot to get another package out. Okay, so orange. Orange. I forgot. I haven't taken that cardboard out of there. I put a pretty good scoop. Maybe a couple of scoops, really. I just want to make sure I don't get a bunch of. I see there's a big. Oh, it's not a chunk. I thought it was a chunk. It's a one of those little makeup sponges in there. Probably from when I was using it to do Halloween or gnomes. Okay, what I'm using is the WTR CSV orange, because I'm pretty sure that orange and black are Harley Davidson colors. And I'm actually trading the clock. Chase and I are going to make a trade because he wanted to know how much I wanted for the clock, and I told him, you know what, I don't want to be selling and getting in trouble for copyright, so how about we do a trade? And so he's going to make me a box for my husband's ashes, and I'm going to trade him this clock for that. I mean, I got him in a cigar box, but yeah, I don't. Come on, orange. You don't seem to be mixing very well. I know I put plenty of orange in there. I was trying not to whip a bunch of bubbles in there, really. And I don't want to be moving that clock around too much because I'm afraid I'll knock all my... I don't want to knock all my stuff loose. I hope spraying it with that didn't hurt it, but I need to make sure it's been sprayed before I pour it. Because there's a bunch of little spots where I could have lots of air bubbles, which I don't want. So I will probably pour a little bit and then go over it with a micro brush in the spots where I think the bubbles are going to be. I think I got it, but dang it, you never know. I don't see any more I'll let it set for a minute. Let's see if any pigment comes to the top. And in the meantime, I need to get me, yeah, that might work. It might work. If not, I'll get yeah, maybe I better just get a clean micro brush and use it. This is about the truest color of orange that I have, so that's why I chose to go with it. Although I didn't really want to make it too see-through, but that's okay, I guess. I was afraid of putting too much in there. Alright, let me get this out of the way. Get those. I moved this stuff out of the way because I'm going to turn the heat mat on. Hold it a second. Okay. You know, my problem is now I can't see those little numbers. Alright. Let's do this. I don't want to move it around too much. I'm afraid I'll jar my stuff loose. Oops, stop, stop, stop. You're going to overpour it. Okay. It's quite a bit. I didn't expect to have that much left. Okay, what do I got? Those are all gnomes over there. I don't want the gnomes. I will pour an orange castle because I don't have one. Set it up here. If there's enough to fill it, hopefully there is. I don't know. We'll see. Because that looks like it's full. If it ain't, then I'll just set it aside. Hold on a second. I'm back, y'all. It's still pretty warm, but I want to look through my clock hands and see what I got. I don't think I should put the glow-in-the-darks on there because they're probably going to be too big. But I'm looking to see what I do have. What's that? That's a little set of black hands. Yeah, that's awful small. I didn't really want anything that small. And those are small. Maybe... Man, them look small too. Those are all small hands. I didn't really want anything that small. Let's see what I got. I can't have anything real big either. No, that may be too, those may be too big. I don't know. Let's see what I got. I got those. I don't have any got either silver or black. Black. Those might be perfect. I don't know. I gotta figure out what size that. I might be able to put some glow in the dark on there. It just depends. Like I said, it's still really hot, which means it's going to be pretty bendy. But let's take it out and see how it turned out here. Maybe. Yeah, it's pretty bendy. I may have to let it set and cool off before I even attempt it. Here you go. And I do need to paint on it. I do need to paint. And I am going to make another one of those. Let's see. I don't know. I'm thinking the glow in the darks might be too long, really. Those are gonna be, I don't know. Let's see. Just checking. Just checking. I kind of like these ornate ones. I just didn't really, not really digging the black. What's in there? Oh, I'm thinking those are probably too long also. That's black. Those are black. I do kind of like these, but they're kind of bent. I don't know. Got some fancier ones, but the fancier ones are too long. And in here, I think, is all my clock mechanisms, which I don't even know which one it's going to take yet. But before I do any of that, I need to get busy and do some painting. And hope I can paint those well enough. I'm hoping they don't have a lot of air bubbles. I do feel some air bubbles in those little, in the little numbers and in the dang little dashes. Doggone it. That's what I was afraid of. Plus that kind of looks a little out of whack for some reason. I don't know why. Could have been the way they had the mold all rolled up. I mean, my black pen, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have to turn this light over this way so I can see. Yeah, I do see a lot of air bubbles in these little dashes. sure how well this is going to work. Well, I'm working on it. Let's see. Yeah, that one had an air bubble. Doggone it. Crummy air bubbles. Crummy things. Yeah. There's an air bubble right there. The end of the tube. Doggone it. I can't fix it either. I need a... Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I can fill it in with some UV or not. Yeah, there's one at the end of the 5 too. Dang it, dang it. I'm pretty sure this tube probably has another air bubble too. If it doesn't, I'll be surprised. Air bubble right there too. Doggone it. Plus I'm getting off on the side here where I'm trying not to do. Okay. Well, I don't know what I can do about the air bubbles. Not really. Wish I could have gotten these black before I did them. But I tried with the paint pen and it wouldn't stay on the mold. So that one's got an air bubble too. What did I do with my... I may need some alcohol. I don't know if it'll come off with that or not. Because I'm getting paint everywhere. I'm not trying to, but I am. Doggone it, air bubbles. I'm thinking that says 15, but it's hard to see. And I don't want to turn it up yet because it's still too hot. I can't see it there. Yeah, dang, air bubble in it too. Yeah, I don't know what you do with the air bubbles. I was just trying to get some paint down in them. It doesn't work. No. Gosh darn it. Dang air bubbles. At the end of almost every one of these little marks is an air bubble. Which makes it hard to paint and stay on the line. Got a big old air bubble right there. All of them got air bubbles, really. I don't know how to... I don't know how to keep the air bubbles from popping up in there. Just gonna roll with it and see. I can't paint the numbers the way I want to. I wanted them to be dark, but with the air bubbles in them like they are, I can't get them dark enough. So, yeah. Even that vibe there has gotta... I'm gonna have to find something that I can get the paint down in there. Because the vibe looks funny with only part of it painted. I don't know how I'd get that paint down in there. I need a paper towel or something. Oh, never mind, it already... what to do about the air bubbles. Guess I can't get the paint down in there. Maybe. I might keep trying until I can get some where I want it. And get these numbers back the way they're supposed to be. Now all the little lines, every single one of those got either a bubble at the top or a bubble at the bottom. So it's going to be kind of hard to fix it. I did frickin' spray it with alcohol before I poured it. Sure did. Didn't make any difference, I don't think. Get all the numbers painted because of the air bubbles. I'm going to figure out some kind of way, I think, to get some paint down in the rest of that number so it doesn't look so bad. Even if I have to use a toothpick or something to get the paint down in the air hole. I'm not liking it. I'm liking that stupid Wish I would have tried to paint them first. But I did try with the paint pen and it wouldn't work. See, they don't look like a 4. They got a big old air bubble in it. It's weird. I don't know why 45 is facing the opposite direction. That makes no sense. That's gonna work. Got some spots in it. I had another set open. I don't want to open another brand new package. There's the set that's open. Oh, this may be too long. Whoa. Whoa. There's a short end. I don't really care for the glow in the dark on this clock. Let's see if I can't get some. Got some black paint up there. I wonder if I can get some, dab it in these air bubbles and make it the number finished. Can't hurt it. I can always wipe it off. I'll be back. Alright, I'm still trying to find a good enough clock mechanism to put in here, and the ones that I have, some of them are too short. And I thought if maybe I took some out of the back of this, I might be able to get them to work. I don't know. We'll see. I think that might have been part of the problem why they wouldn't go up in there, but I don't know for a fact if that's what it is. And I've only got two sizes, and one of them's way too big. It's overkill. So I may have to go buy the correct size, because I don't seem to have it. We'll see, but I don't think that's going to make any difference, really. Alright, so let's try this size again. See, it just doesn't fit up in there high enough for me to, and I think the other one in there is the same size. I think that one's the same size. Yeah. There's no threads for me to get a hold of. And that one's way too big. And I don't have any other size. Well, doggone it. Well, see, that's way overkill. Wait, and this, if you put that washer on it, kind of covers up the D for Davidson. Kind of don't like that. This one in particular did not come with the clock mechanism like they normally do. I'm just going by what I have, and what I have are way too short. I think I have a couple more upstairs, but I think they're all of the short variety also. This one is too. It's not much bigger than, it's not any bigger than that one, I don't think. No, and see, I can't, there's no way I can get a hold of any of the threads on there to put anything on. Okay, well, that one's too short, and that one's too long. And I will have to go upstairs and see if I got one. But let me show you this. Okay, I did my best to cover up the holes and make the numbers come out. But here's what it looks like. And see, if I put that washer right there where it's supposed to go, it's just going to cover up the letter D. Because the letter D is right where the hole is anyway. I don't know. I'm not really, I mean, I want to take a picture of it. I want to get this video posted. I may have to do another post once I get the correct mechanism put in it so that I can put it together. But for now, it is what it is, because I need to get the video up and I don't have the right, I'll have to go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere and see if I can find the right size. Alright, so Wanda's Blessed Creations, Stacy _ the Crafty Cat, Rezn Liz, India Brady Art by me, Andrew Walker, Coral Marines Resin Art, Butch's Resin Creations, June's House of Crafts, Jaybird Resin Art, at Julia's Crafty Chaos, at Artsy Doodles 1, Amy's Resin Corner, Epoxy Me That, Crafting with Carla, Billy Holman Creations, Patricia's Crafty Corner, Custom Created Handmade Crafts, Cynthia's Crafts and More, Gert Creates, Dragons in Dresses Craftsorium, Blessed Epoxy by Amy, at Resin Artists, Martha's Craft Room, Marvelous Artsy, Creepy Crafts, Resin Me Up, and then we're going to jump down here to Ruby's Resin Studio, Bear and the Boss Lady, DeLand's Handmade Woodworking, Amy Jo, Dot's Woodland, Professor Rusty's Workshop, Rhinestone Suzanne, Creation Dust 777, Stressful Mom Paints, Grumpy's Laid Back Carving, Dad Carves, Perry the Carving Wizard, Runick's Workshop, Woodchucker Chainsaw Carver, Ray and Sandy Woodworking, Happy Curmudgeon Carving, Mike is Making Stuff, LJ Woodworks, Old Path Woodcraft, The Shoop's Woodshop, and if you could, New Beginnings Woodworks. That's Chase. Chase is still, he's almost to 500. I think he's got, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 left to get there. So if you could go give him a sub, that would be great. Oli makes, and again, that was New Beginnings Woodworks. Oli makes Johnny's Ladecraft, Resonating Art by Amy M., The Electric Whittler, Knuckle Busting Numbskull. He does slingshots. Pour Resin with Love, Norm Hughes, Tim List Creations, Rymert, RYMERPT, Robert C. Peters. I wish he'd get an easier name. Thank you, Robert. Get an easier name. Let's see. My Honey's Handmade, Eco Woodcrafts, New Roots Dynamic, and I still haven't got the rest added yet. But that's what I got for tonight. I'm going to finish this video out like this. And then I'm going to have to get the correct clock hands. See y'all later. Bye for now.